Almost forgot about power to power rules. So what is that? What is a power to powers, or the power rule for exponents? So I'm going to talk about that in this video. So let's say we had an x squared, and we had x squared to the power of x squared. Well, the formula for that would be if we had, I'm just going to write, I don't even need to write the formula out. So this would be the same as, we're going to keep this, but instead of adding, like if it was multiplying times another one, we're gonna multiply the exponents now. You multiply by whatever this is, so this would be x to the fourth. If I had x to the power of 3, we're gonna have x 2 times 3, which is x6, x to the power 6. So that's when we have an exponent to exponent, we're just gonna multiply the exponents. All right, and get 6. If we had a number like something like this, 3x squared, we do the same thing, but we also do it with the numbers. So we would have this, and then we can times a 1 there times 2. So we're going to get 9x squared. If we had 4x cubed to the power of 2, something like this, we would do 4 squared and then the exponent rule here. And we're going to get 16x to the power of 6. 16x squared. 16x to the power 6. So that's the exponent to exponent rules. And it works with negative numbers too, of course. If we had some number, right, something like this to the power of -3, we're going to get, we just multiply these two. So it should be -6, right? So we'll have 5 to the power of -6, which we can, of course, rewrite as this, because when we have a negative exponent, we want to make it positive, we just flip it. And this is the same thing, because if we just did the same thing here, right, we would have the same thing, right? It's going to be the exact same thing. All right, and then you would do it, but down here. It's kind of the same thing, regardless of which way you do it first. So yeah, that's the exponent to exponent rule. Almost forgot to talk about this other thing about the exponent to power rule. Is if we had a fraction sign. So if we, let's say we had x divided by 3 squared. If we had something like this, we can do them separately. So we can do something like this. Okay, and then you can do it. You know, you're gonna get something like that, and that's your final answer. If you have something like this, you would because these two are together, we have to write them in parentheses and then square it, the whole thing, and then you can just just do this normally down here, and you can work it out the same way I showed you earlier in the video. And this is you use foiling over here on the top.